the world of football this week, but I've got about 67 topics to go through. It's literally all kicking off. For those that are new to the channel, this is FTW, otherwise known as Football This Week, the series where I take you through the stupidest stuff that I see online to do with football during the course of a week. But let's start off with a fairy tale, shall we? Because Ajax flipping Amsterdam are the best football team in the world. They've knocked out Real Madrid. They've gone to them and said, listen, where's your old man? And they've gone and knocked him out as well. They've beaten Juventus in the quarterfinals of the Champions League in their own backyard.
You don't even look comfortable in your own ends.
It's a Leicester City-esque vibe in it. The whole team in total is worth £45.5 million. They bought Frankie de Jong for a quid. Obviously, Liverpool are still in the Champions League, so I want us to win it. But failing that, I would absolutely adore it if Ajax won. Fair to say the Juventus admin won't be feeling the same. This tweet has aged very badly. And I don't imagine Cristiano Ronaldo's very happy about the situation either. He's probably already got Ronaldo Jr. doing 1,000 push-ups as punishment as we speak. Elsewhere in the Champions League, United got absolutely thumped up by Barcelona. I don't know what they were expecting, honestly, with a squad that had Phil Jones, Ashley Young, Chris Smalling, McTominay and Fred in it. Pogba looked absolutely baffled, probably more because he hasn't dyed his hair a stupid colour for the game. Barca took an early lead after a mistake from Ashley Young and just generally horrendous defending. Imagine being Ashley Young as well. The highlight of your career is being horrendous against Barcelona and a bird shitting in your mouth. David De Gea was in brilliant form to deny Mikel Antonio on Saturday, but can he do the same against Lionel Messi? When are these admins ever gonna learn? Apparently never. Isn't that my Wi-Fi password? City got knocked out in the most dramatic circumstances by VAR. I mean, Tottenham Hotspur. After a mental first hour of the game, Fernando Llorente put Spurs back into position to qualify for the semi-finals on away goals. The score's 4-3 on the night, 4-4 in aggregate until Raheem Sterling scores in injury time to take City through. That is, until it's taken away by VAR. The goal was deemed offside and Spurs go through to the semi-finals. City go from elation to devastation in seconds. Pep Guardiola called Spurs the Harry Kane team, and they've knocked him out without Harry Kane. You just couldn't write it. Literally inject it into my very veins. City fans, I'm sure, will make their opinions very well known on VAR, but this is it. This is football, and it's shown really that even with technology being added to the sport, you can still get these unbelievable moments. Anyway, did someone say Liverpool v Chelsea? Two early second half goals saw Liverpool go back to the top of the table over Manchester City, one of which was an absolute banger from Salah. However, Shay Given was not distracted. He knew where his priorities were. It's fair to say Mo Salah was very happy with his performance overall. Now though, get ready for the stupidest story of the week, because Crystal Palace goalkeeper Wayne Hennessy claims he doesn't know what a Nazi salute is. To provide some context, Wayne Hennessy was seen in an Instagram post, I think, doing what looked like a Nazi salute. It came onto the Twitter timeline. There was an investigation into it. He's been found not guilty because apparently he doesn't even know what Nazis are. Fam, the Welsh education system is clearly letting its students down. Hitler? Is that a winger from the Bundesliga or something? I don't even... World War II? Ah, mate, I don't even know what you're on about, son. It's honestly the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. And he gets away with it because of this. There's no justice. I'm not saying he actually did that, but to get away with it for this reason is actually disgraceful. He gets away with it, but now he looks like a monk. So it's kind of 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Elsewhere in the Premier League, Watford will literally try anything to get a good decision out of the referee. He He could have just pushed the fence. You know what? Forget it. I don't even care. Scottish football's peaked again. Now, in France, Ligue 1 leaders Paris Saint-Germain were absolutely dismantled by second place Lille. They lost 5-1. 5-1! The last time Paris Saint-Germain conceded 5 goals in a league game was almost 20 years ago. It was so long ago, the side they lost to that day now plays in the 4th tier of French football. You'll be wondering, how did this happen? Were Paris Saint-Germain poor on the day? Were Lille incredible? Was it just purely bad luck and flattering towards the home side? No, this is the fault of Drake. It's happened again. For those that have been living under a rock, Drake categorically curses footballers. Anytime a footballer has a picture with this man, they lose. Or get slapped, or obviously both. I mean, that makes sense, because if you get slapped, you probably lost it. Levin Kurzawa has a picture with Drake. A few days later, they get beaten by Lille 5-1. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang poses with him. They lose 1-0 to Everton. Paul Pogba goes to a show and gets a picture with Drake. They go on to lose twice to Wolves and to Barcelona. Jadon Sancho gets a pic before a game versus Bayern Munich. They lose 5-0. AS Roma have had their say on it on Twitter. They're not allowing any of their players to have a picture with him at all. It's time to stop. Lock this man up. I've had enough. He's causing the death of several football teams here. It doesn't matter if it's little Jimmy having a picture with his idol ahead of his under-12s county final. If you get a picture with Drake, you're losing the game. Solid. So this 2-year-old has better technique than me already. Now, over in Switzerland, Florent Malouda has clearly been relieved of his duties as a coach for FC Zurich. The problem with that is he didn't actually know until he saw the tweet about it.
What? Nah, I never knew that.
It's not good, is it, really? You don't want to find out that you've been sacked via social media. Just give him a call, give him a text, anything. Just don't tweet out about it first. It's a good job that Florent Malouda's an ex-footballer and he's rich enough to get away with it. Do you know what I mean? Because it doesn't really matter too much because he's got the money and he was playing for Now, for the first time in still 0-0 history, nothing, don't quote me on that, we're abroad. It's time for La Liga de Domingo. Except we're not in Spain. It's not happening in Spain, so I don't know why I've done it in Spanish, but for that matter, we're in Romania. Now, this game ended 9-0, and that's still far from the strangest thing that happened in this game, so you know this is gonna be a banger. There's an injured player, there's no stretcher, the medical staff have got it improvised. They've got a wheelbarrow and they've motorized it. They're gonna slap this injured player in a motorized wheelbarrow. Nah, I've had enough. I've officially seen it all. Who else is this running onto the pitch? Someone please come and collect their auntie. Just get in the wheelbarrow. Fam, I've broken my ankle. What are you on about? I will not tell you again. Get into this wheelbarrow. So they've slapped him into this makeshift motorized stretcher, as you do. If you're a player watching on, this is the point at which you decide you've really got to make it, bro. He's standing up in it. I'm starting to get suspicious as to whether he's injured at all. I've had enough. I'm done. If he wasn't injured before, he firmly is now. I can't wait for the 43 minutes of additional time there's gonna be after they put that thing together.
He's been there, both in attack and defence. He has been an outstanding candidate.
Fair to say Gianni Alioski is not the affectionate type. Now, you've just conceded a last gasp equaliser in a youth game. You gotta make the final kick of the match count. I'll allow it. Not bad. It's fair to say not all Italian sides are that clinical, though. Atalanta faced Empoli in Serie A this week. They had 47 shots on goal, 18 on target, and didn't score at all. How do you physically manage that? You could just randomly kick the ball anywhere 47 times, and more often than not, you'd get at least one goal. So we've had the young in the form of a 2-year-old who can do a bicycle kick. Now we've got the old in the form of an Israeli 73-year-old goalkeeper who's still playing. You absolute silver fox. He's out here putting in a better shift than David De Gea this week. Meanwhile, football Twitter remains absolutely undefeated. So a fan of Argentinian football side River Plate got a QR code tattooed on him, and basically, whenever you hover your phone over it, it shows videos of goals scored against Boca Juniors in the Copa Libertadores final. Ode Adamir decided to get everyone to report the original video, so now it's been taken down. So now you scan the QR code with your phone, it doesn't even come up with anything. How could you be so evil? But it's not all bad, right? Because as always, we end with some good news, and that is that ex-Newcastle and Liverpool hero Jose Enrique, the man, the myth, the legend himself, is officially cancer-free. Loving that from yourself, Jose. Best of luck in the recovery. Best wishes to him and, of course, his family as well. But that is going to wrap up FTW for this week. If you have enjoyed this one, though, slap a like on it. Subscribe if you're new. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your nan about the series. If you want to follow me on social media as well, you can do. My Twitter and Insta are at @theofficialfng. Links are down below. But it's been a pleasure ranting at you guys today. Have a great day. Enjoy yourselves. And goodbye.
Is it me?